Welcome back, baseball fans. Summer 69-72 Carryover League. We continue the postseason tournament today in the National League East with a series between the Phillies and the Mets. First, let's take a look at the situation for these teams. What needs to happen to contend for the title or first place in the National League East? Right here, the Mets beat the Phillies 4-1 the first time they met. So they were +3 in the tiebreaker column. And the Phillies are 2.5 behind the Mets. So with 7 games left in the season, the Phils need best of 7's no good. They have to win 5 of the 7 games. Good luck with that. So what has happened? They have home field. It opened up in the vet, and things looked good immediately. Steve Carlson, of course, against Jerry Koosman. And a blustery, windy day in the vet. Darren Johnson has a homer. Dick Allen's got a 3-run homer. Darren Johnson has another homer. Russ Gibson has a homer. Cleon Jones is a 2-run homer. Tommy Agee a solo homer. And Cleon Jones is another home run. But when all is said and done, it's 7-5 Phillies. So, that's a good start for the Phillies. Game 2. This would be a really interesting affair. You have Tom Seaver and Grant Jackson in Game 2. Again, Seaver continues to let balls fly over the wall. This solo homer by Luzinski was 4-5, homer 1-6 on the Seaver card. This homer by Darren Johnson is 4-4 off the Seaver card. But the Mets managed to get some 2-out magic in the third with errors all over the Philly infield and outfield. So we have a 3-3 game in extra innings. It goes to the 12th when Tommy Agee, 2-run homer, 3 Met relievers combined for the win and save and the hold. And the Mets get the split in the vet. A lot of long balls by these two teams, you've noticed. So what happens in Game 3? Back in Shea Stadium. The young, a good pitching matchup, kind of surprising. Jerry Johnson, he almost made the All-Star team. He was 4-0. John Matlack almost made the All-Star team. So they lived up to it. But it's Mr. Matlack. 2-hit shutout for John Matlack. He has been the ace of the Mets, while Seaver and Koosman have been kind of just ordinary. 2-0 shutout. Again, Philly defense, 2-base error on Luzinski here, 3-0 ball game. So, the Phillies are up against it. They need to win 1, 2, 3, 4 straight games against the Mets, or the Mets will be in first place for the next round of the tournament. So, it is game number 4 at Shea Stadium. The Mets are going to take a walk on the wild side today with Barry LERSCH for the Phillies and number 4 starter Don Cardwell. Normally Seaver, Koosman, Matlack can pitch on 3 days rest, but it turns out that they need Cardwell to pitch this game. It'll be the only game he pitches in this series because then he'll go with Koosman, Seaver, and Matlack for the remaining games. Cardwell's pitched very well this year, though. He's 2-0 with an ERA below 3. So Cardwell's held up his own at the bottom of the Met rotation. Let's get started. Tony Taylor leads it off for the Phils. 1-7, double 1-8 single. Johnny Callison, 39, is a single to center. Taylor will 15 runner. Oh, Agee's got a nice arm. A hold. Luzinski, 39, flies left. You got to get past murderer's row here. Luzinski, Darren Johnson, Dick Allen have hit, moonshots the entire series. Darren Johnson, 63. Pitcher X, Cardwell's an E28. Oh boy. A 2. E28. And he will boot that ball. Self-inflicted wound. Bases loaded. 1 out for the dangerous Dick Allen. 43. Left X. This is Cleon Jones. A 2E3 and left. And okay. This is a 2-base error on the E3 left fielder. So I'm going to have a little bit of fun here. I'm going to chase this result down, which you can do. This is just for curiosity's sake only. I want to find out what I rolled to get an error on Cleon Jones. So I go to the fielding rating chart here, which indicates the percentage that just came up. And the percentage was 5%. Yeah, that's going to be an error for just about everybody. Let's see what it is for an E3 outfielder. So left fielder who was an E3, yes, 6%. Anything under 6% is going to be, or 6 out of 36 is going to be an error there. Tough break for Cleon and the Mets there. So I like to chase those E ratings down when they're exceptional, just to verify that the program's calculating defense properly when it happens. Like if an E1 makes an error, things like that. All right, so that is a 2-base error on Cleon, uncharacteristically. It's 2-0 Phillies with runners at second and third. Nothing earned this inning. Tim McCarver, 36. Right be question mark for Darren Johnson. An 8-runner, no thanks. A hold. And with 2 outs, it's Curt Flood. 69. Flood skies the center. 2 unearned runs is all they could do. All right, the Mets. Joe Foy leads it off, their third baseman. 33, bounced to short. Wayne Garrett, 1-7. Take a look at Wayne Garrett's 1970 card. Homer, 1-14 double, and it is gone. Wayne Garrett with 12 home runs, 400 and some plate appearances. 2-1. Cleon Jones, 53. Bounced to first. Kenny Singleton, 2-7 is a K. They moved Singleton into the cleanup spot, and that seemed to have gotten the Met offense on track. Larry Boa, 4-11. Right X. Oh, but Singleton's out there. He's not very good. They have Frank Johnson on the bench. He's a 4-11 in right field. And that's a single. All right, the Phillies bottom half likes to hit and run. Doyle will hit and run here. Who's runner up? Runner at second for Tony Taylor. 1-3, hit by pitch. 2 on, 1 out. Johnny Callison, 1-8. Take a look at Johnny Callison's card. I'm telling you, man, these Phillies have some bombers in this lineup. The bombers in the top and the hit and run guys at the bottom. 1-8. That is a 3-run bomb. And suddenly, things are going south at Shea Stadium. 5-1. Luzinski, 58. Double 1 single. Maybe this is too much of a stage for Don Cardwell. Darren Johnson, 59. Homer, 1-4 double, and it's a double. And finally, Cardwell is showing why he's a number 4 starter for the first time all year. Second and third, Dick Allen. They're going to play it back because he's got a bazillion strikeouts on his card. 68 again, hitting the Cardwell card hard. Say that 3 times as fast. Single in the center. Luzinski scores and Darren Johnson holds. Runners are on the corners from McCarver. 59 again. Keep denting this column, denting this card. 59, triple 108 double. See, and when you have just an 8-man pitching staff, you just can't bring relievers in the second and third innings normally, unless it's a postseason or a playoff game. So that double, and the Mets have a comfortable lead in the series. That'll score another run. You have second and third, 1 out for Curt Flood. I guess you'll bring it up this time. Flood, short B, guns him down at the plate. That was a smart move. So now you got runners on the corners with 2 outs for Larry Boa. 4-11. Right X again. Singleton. And that's a single ... My goodness, what a mess. Now I gotta figure out... I hit this guy. Now I gotta figure out if this dude's broken. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One more batter he is. Denny Doyle, 55, second. What a mess for the Mets here to recover from. 8-1 Phillies. Bottom of 2. Tommy A.G., 42, pitcher. Easy Ed Cranepool, 64, third X. Tony Taylor's a 3-16. That's going to be an error. Sloppy baseball at Shea. Clendenon, 1-7, that's a K. 2 outs, Buddy Harrelson, 1-11, bounce second. Top of the third. Cardwell will try and give him 4 to preserve the bullpen. Tony Taylor, 5-10. The Phillies know exactly what to roll. 5-8, 5-9, 5-10, and 6-8. And they've done it multiple times. 5-10 for Tony Taylor. We'll see you later. What a mess. Johnny Callison, he's broken by the way. The pitcher, 55, second. Luzinski, 5'11", is a walk. Darren Johnson, 56, flies to right, and with 2 outs. Dick Allen, 2-6, is single. 1-15 is a single, and with 2 outs. Mercy, can we get some mercy here? Tim McCarver bounces to first. All right, so broken Cardwell, we're asking him, please pitch the 4th inning so that I can only have to burn out my bullpen for 5 innings in a 9-1 mess for the Mets. Gosh, it's really going to ruin Cardwell's year-to-date stats. He had been pitched brilliantly until now. Jerry Grody, 1-6, single 1-12, line out on the 15. Joe Foy, 48, second X. Doyle's not that good, believe it or not, 330. And that's an error. How many errors today? We have 1, 2, 3, 4 so far. Wayne Garrett, 1-4, center. And with 2 outs. Can Cleon Jones make this a game? 1-2, Lomax. Don't think so. All right, broken Cardwell in the 4th against Flood. 4-12, pitcher. Boa, 38, is a single. Doyle, 49, is a single to center field. 1 out, Tony Taylor. 2-5, short A. All right, that's over with. Cardwell will exit with a very painful arm inflammation. 4 disastrous innings for he and the Mets. Bottom of the 4th, Ken Singleton. 310, right. Tommy A.G., 47, K. Ed Cranepool, 1-2, hit by pitch. CLENDENON, 3-6. Let's take a look at Don CLENDENON. The Mets actually have an embarrassment of riches at first base with the Cranepool and CLENDENON cards. One guy can be DH. Cranepool had 14 bombs in half a year. CLENDENON had 22 bombs. I mean, they also have AG with 25 bombs, Cleon Jones with 12. I mean, they got some punch in this Met lineup when they want to do it. 9-3. Bud Harrelson. This guy's a center. All right, now, the Mets, no problem at all. Actually, their bullpen is underworked because of the long game Seaver, Kuzman, and Matlack throw. And looking at a pitcher who needs work, it's Cy Acosta. He's going to get a couple innings. Take a look at Cy. He has pitched the fewest amount of innings of all Met relievers, so he'll come on in the 5th. Face Johnny Callison. 2-5, bounces to 3rd. Luzinski, 1-3, flies to right. Darren Johnson, 4-10, skies the center. Tommy A.G., a 1 in center field, makes a catch. All right, 9-3, bottom of the 5th. But before we go to the bottom of the 5th, let's take a moment and pause for station identification.
This is the Shrimp Trawler video channel.
Este es el canal de videos de camaroneros.
Got the double bergamot, Earl Grey kind of split going on today. 9-3, bottom of the 5th. Barry LERSCH has been effective enough. Jerry Grody leads it off. 2-9, let's take a look at Jerry Grody's card. Again, -3 arm. These guys, Harrelson and Grody, are there to help the pitching staff. And 2-9 is triple 1-9 single. Joe Foy. 36 for Foy, single 1-6. Does not get it. They got to get these to have any chance of a comeback. Wayne Garrett, homered earlier, 64, third X. Oh boy, we have Tony Taylor's a 3, he's 16 at third base, and that's a single dot. Runners are on the corners. Barry LERSCH is starter 8. And they like this guy. They'll let him pitch for a bit. Runners on the corners, 1 out for Cleon. 3-10 is a hit by pitch, and now the Mets have finally woke up in this game. But the bases loaded, 1 out. Kenny Singleton. 68 Singleton, sac fly to right. All right, it's a 9-4 game. Like to get it within a grand slam if you can. First and second with 2 outs for AG. 57 is a K. Barry LERSCH battles back. 9-4. Dick Allen in the 5th. 68 is a K. Tim McCarver, 5'11", pitcher X for Acosta. E38, naturally. 2E, oh, makes the play, look at that. Nice little break there for the Mets. And Curt Flood, 33, pops a short. All right, there's been a shakeup in the Philly bullpen where Hoerner was the closer, but he struggled, so he'll be the setup guy. Dick Selma's the closer. Something to watch as this game gets into the latter innings. Bottom of the 6th, 9-4 Phillies. Mets have scored in each of the last 2 innings. Ed Kranepool will lead off the 6th. 3-11, bounce the 2nd. CLENDENON, 49, double one single. Bud Harrelson. Normally I'd hit and run and do stuff like that, but not when you're down 5 runs. Bud Harrelson, 35. Oh, you're kidding me. 4-6-3 double play. Not a good look, Bud. Not a good look. 4-6-3 double play out of Bud Harrelson. That's not going to work. That's not going to win. That's not winning. All right. Let's see here. It's 9-4. We got Acosta some innings. We don't want to burn him out. You know, 2 innings max for all these relievers. Let's go back. We'll save McGraw and Frisella, the best relievers, if it counts. And let's go Bill Zepp. You're getting to see a lot of the lesser-known Met acquisitions. Bill Zepp was a twin here with this card in 1970, and his stats are pretty good. He's 9-4 with a 3.22 ERA. Solid. So the Mets picked him up. Why not? He comes on in the 7th inning to face Larry Boa. 2-6. Grounds are short. Denny Doyle, 112. Fouls to the catcher. Tony Taylor, 4-11. Left X. Cleon Jones, a 2-3. Makes the catch this time. Stretch time here at Shea Stadium. And we have been listening to Lou Reed's Transformer LP of 1972. And it's not been working out for the soundtrack today, as the Mets have played kind of lackluster baseball. 9-4. Barry LERSCH in the 7th. Jerry Grody will lead things off. 2-10. Saw the card earlier. Homer 1-11. He can't get these. So he missed the triple, and now he missed the homer. It's a double. Joe Foy. 1-8. Joe Foy. Oh boy. Let's take a look at the Foy card. Oh, they got to get this. Homer 1-9 fly ball. And Mr. Foy rolls a 4. And the Mets get the 2-run blast out of an unlikely source. The Grody-Foy combo. We got a 3-run game. And now it's getting interesting for the Philly bullpen here. LERSCH is a starter 8, but he's given up 6 runs. You might want to think about doing something to get the Wayne Garretts and the Ed Kranepools out of this Met lineup as this game gets interesting, and they will pull a hook. They're going to hook old Barry LERSCH because he gave up 6 runs. That's a lot of runs to give up. So he's gone. And they have a deep bullpen, and now they're going to bring in Joe Hoerner as a setup guy instead of the closer. So here's your lefty out of the pen, Joe Hoerner. He was very good. He was 9-5 with a 2.64 ERA in 1970 in 58 innings, but he probably wasn't a closer. He was probably more of a setup guy, and that's the role he's going to take on now. Joe Hoerner in the 7th, and it's Wayne Garrett, and that means Wayne Garrett will leave as he struggles against lefties. So they will go to Bob Heiss. Let's take a look at Bob Heiss. Nice little versatile infielder. Hits lefties better than righties. The pitch to Bob Heiss. 68 off Hoerner. Sky's the right. Cleon Jones. 58 short X. We have Boa, a 1E10. 2 of the best fielding shortstops in baseball today. Makes the play. And Ken Singleton with 2 outs. 1-6 is a single for Singleton. Tommy A.G. And then most likely a pinch hitter. Tommy A.G. 1-5 is a walk, and the Mets will bring the tie run up to the plate with 2 outs in the 7th inning, and this is the point of Hoerner to get Kranepool out of there. We'll take a look at Kranepool's card first, and you'll see why. So they got Garrett out of the game. They're getting Kranepool out of the game. CLENDENON is on the on-deck circle. He crushes lefties, so this is Hoerner's last batter. Maybe, or they might just hook him right now. I really like Pat Corrales because he has walks. I'm going to have Pat Corrales be the pinch hitter here. And now you could bring in a righty now if you wanted to. But notice that Pat Corrales has power versus righties. He doesn't have it versus lefties, so you might as well let Hoerner pitch to him. The Met bench, Frank Johnson does not have power against lefties either. It's really both are a similar card. So Pat Corrales will be the pinch hitter with 2 on and 2 outs. And he'll immediately be the DH, and Clendenon will be the first baseman. The pitch to Pat Corrales. 58, bouncer to short X again, and Boa makes the play. And the inning's over. Tough break there. Alright, so it's 9-6. And Zepp gets into any trouble, we'll go to the other relievers to make sure the Phillies don't get into double digits today. John Callison leading off the 8th, 59, pops the 2nd. Luzinski, 48, is sky to center. Darren Johnson, 34, grounds to short. Bill Zepp, 2 solid innings. Nice performance by the Met bullpen, by the long-forgotten guys like Costa and Zepp. 12 straight batters are out. And the Phillies, knowing that they're still trying to win this series, are considering some defensive reinforcements. Beauchamp will take over in left field for Luzinski as a 3. And we don't need Terry Harmon. We've got Boa, Taylor, and Denny Doyle. Actually, Terry Harmon's better than Denny Doyle. So, yeah, they're going to bring in Terry Harmon to play second base for Denny Doyle. Now you got the best defense the Phillies can muster. Well, unless you want to bring in a better catcher than McCarver, they'll bring in Russ Gibson. So they're doing the full... Phillies are playing this, you know, this is their season. All right, so Hoerner leaves as Clendenon steps into the box. You don't want him to face a righty. And I think we'll see Mr. Dick Selma. Nice year for him in 1970. Dick Selma will come on in, try and get the final 6 outs and preserve a 9-6 victory if possible. It will be Clendenon, Harrelson, and Grody. The Mets have just Frank Johnson on the bench. Here is Don Clendenon. 65. Off the Selma card. Double 1-8 single is a single. Larry Boa. You know what's funny? Down 3. I still might have hit and run if Clendenon was an A or B stealer. But, yeah. Harrelson's got some walks on his card, though. So he'll bat. No double play, bud. 69, that's ball 4. Off the Selma card, and the Mets have a cooking again. Now, Jerry Grody missed a triple, missed a homer. He's the tie run in a 9-6 game with nobody out in the 8th inning. The pitch to Jerry Grody. 58 is a K. Joe Foy. He homered in the 7th. The pitch to Joe Foy. 2-10. Oh no, it is a 5-4-3 double play. And it'll be a 9-6 game in the 9th. And we will pull Zepp. He did 2 nice innings. We're going to bring in old Tug McGraw. No, not Tug McGraw. We're going to bring in Frisella because Dick Allen destroys lefties. So Frisella will come on in the 9th to face Dangerous Dick. And then after him, it gets easier. So Dick Allen leads off the 9th inning. 68 off Frisella as a K. Russ Gibson in the catch now. 4-10. Sky is the center, but it's Tommy A.G. in center. Makes the catch. And with 2 outs. Kurt Flood. 3-6. Bounces to short. And we go to the 9th inning. Dick Selma's relief 4. He'll pitch forever here. It'll be Heiss, Cleon Jones, Singleton, A.G. in the 9th for the Mets. They've had 2 tries at the comeback and have fallen a little bit short thus far. They've been pretty good in the middle. Look at the amount of batters they put on base in the 4th through 8th innings. Bob Heiss will lead it off in the 9th. 63 off of Selma, 2nd X. Defensive replacement, Terry Harmon, a 3-E11 at second base. He's a 3-E11. He makes the play. Tough break there. Cleon Jones. He hasn't had a hit today. Cleon, 2-6, and there it is. A base hit off the Cleon card. With a 9-6 game, Cleon Jones runs to second base without a throw, as holding him on does not help the Phillies. We have a runner at second with 1 out. Kenny Singleton. The pitch to Ken Singleton. 6-10, short X. Oh boy, this is Boa. 1E10. Need a miracle error here. Oh, almost. Gotta put the 10 in though. That error was calculated for an E11 shortstop, which would be cheating because Mr. Boa is an E10 shortstop. So you gotta replace that number to a 10 and it becomes an out. So, with a runner on second and 2 outs, Tommy A.G. The pitch to Tommy. 47 off Selma is a K, and the game's over. Well, horrendous start. Mets made a game of it with some rallies. Could not quite punch the clock there and finish it. And it's a 9-6 loss for the Mets. But these two teams have just split 4 games. And we're right back where we were before we started this series. The Mets being 2.5 games better than the Phillies. However, there's only 3 games left in the season. So all the Mets have to do is win a baseball game, and they will hold on to first place, and control their destiny. Nice relief for Dick Selma. The story today was Don Cardwell finally flopping. And it might be his final start of the year, because once you get into the postseason tournament and the playoffs, you have more scheduled days off, and the Mets might simply go Seaver, Kuzma, Matlack in a loop the rest of the way. So, in the 9th inning, FRISELLA, strikeout, got a strikeout there. Bill Zepp, perfect, and Acosta a K. Perfect relief for the Mets today. Maybe we should have brought him in the 3rd inning. Or the 2nd inning, but again, I don't do that in this carryover league. Cardwell loses all 13 hits and 9 runs. Now he had the error in the 1st inning. That'll help his ERA a little bit. So only 7 are earned. 2 walks, no strikeouts. Nice save for Joe Hoerner. Excuse me, Bill Selma. Nice save there. Hit a walk and a K. 2 hits, a walk and 2 Ks. Joe Hoerner came in. Did a nice setup job in the 7th. Faced Bobby Heiss. Out. Gave up a hit and a walk. Barry LERSCH, he gets the win. It wasn't very particularly good though. 7 hits and gave up. He was charged with all 6 runs. They were all earned. 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. League ERA will take a shot today with a high number of earned runs. 1019, 0109, 913, 610. This is a good series. We've had the combinations of home and road wins to expect. A total split through 4 games. Each team winning at home and on the road. 1019, 0109, 913, 610. 2246, 4622. So I will continue playing this series and report back the results at the end of the video. So Game 4 is in the books. Let's take a look at the year-to-date for the 2 teams. It just seems like the Mets are about to take off and explode, and they stub their toe. Curious to see what this does to Cardwell's year-to-date numbers, because he was pretty good. Be interesting. Let's start with the Phillies. 16-17, but they do have Steve Carlton available for 1 more game in this series. Though Carlton is 6-5 with an ERA around 4 something. So, you know, and he was the 27-game winner. Jerry Johnson's done for the series. He was their best pitcher at 4-1. The team is hitting .248 with a .398 ERA. The Mets are right back where they started at 4 games over 500. I said if all the Mets need to do is hit .250 this year, they'll win the National League East. Well, the Mets are hitting .250 this year. The ERA is a little higher than I think it should be. It's .327, but we have games like the one you just saw, where a starting pitcher is left in to get kicked around, and that'll make the ERA inflate it slightly. Cardwell falls to 2-1. 21 innings, 11 earned runs. So the ERA is right around 450, but you can see how it ballooned up. He was doing well before today. I also want to take a peek at the Philly sluggers. Dick Allen, 16 homers and 31 RBIs. Second to Willie McCovey now. But Johnny Bench still needs to play this round. He hasn't played yet. Darren Johnson, 12 homers, 25 RBIs. Yeah, the Phillies have some bangers. That is true. And when you look at the National League East, there's 3 games left in the Mets and Phillies season. The Marlins and Braves, they're going to have to... That's going to be tough to see if they can catch the top spot. I don't think they have enough time to do it. Well, thanks for checking out the video. We'll see you next time. Well, it's all over in Shea Stadium, and the Mets have finished off the Phillies in a rather unusual fashion. They beat Steve Carlton. Didn't look very good at the start. Koosman gets a two-run homer to Luzinski. 2 more runs by the Phils. They're up 4-0 in this game. Cleon Jones gets injured, so Singleton's got to play left field, and Jerry Grody takes over in the 3 spot for Cleon Jones. 4th inning now, they just put it all together. Singles, doubles, walks. Big hit by Bobby Heiss. Big hit by Jerry Grody. And they take a 5-4 lead, but then Jerry Koosman falters in the 6th and 7th innings, and it's up to the Met bullpen to come to the rescue. It's a 6-5 game, but the Mets rally for 2 more runs in the 7th inning, aided by a pass ball, runners advancing on the weak Jim Beauchamp throwing arm, and Steve Carlton just is so befuddled. 12 hits in 7 innings and 6 earned runs. Mets win 7-6, and it's the Met bullpen and the role players, Bob Heiss, Jerry Grody, Ken Singleton, picking up the slack for the superstar Mets. Thanks for checking it out. We'll see you next time.